Hello, guys. My name is Ahmed Ali for the unscripted talks here in DURB Radio. So, as usual, today we just want to do a roundup on what has been going down on Twitter. And to be very specific, today I just want to bring a roundup to the bodies that have been discovered dumped in Quarry area in Mukuru Kwajenga near Quarry police station that is in Nairobi County. Remember, the first day there were more than 9 bodies. Yesterday, more than 6 bodies again were retrieved, and more and more bodies are still being retrieved from that site. Giving you a little bit history, we could see some residents who were saying when they were as a little as 6, 5, 7 years, yeah, they witnessed those areas were being dug, and the sand that was taken from that place. It is the sand that used to build actually the Mombasa Thika highway, and now they are in their 20s, and still that dump site has never been filled with any sand. So it's quite clear that the person who actually murdered these people knew the next course of action they would take. And just to bring you to speed, you might ask, how was that dump site discovered, and how were the bodies discovered that they were in that place? There is this family that two of their members received similar dreams from the deceased. They say the disease was appearing in their dreams and asking them, "Why have you left me in the cold? I am in such a place." And that is how they go to that place. So they found some boys and told them, "Hey, kindly take us to Quarry and try to look for our sister." Unfortunately or fortunately, that was the point of discovery. So some things are even more spiritual. So without taking too much ado, today I just want us to go through various tweets, especially from Miguna. They are very serious allegations that is made there, and also we'll look the tweet for Mutahingunyi. Remember, I spoke about it yesterday. We'll also be going through the tweet for Okia Umtata, who has been, who has been actually fighting for rights. He's been an activist for a very long time. So, this is a tweet from Okia Umtata that was done on 11th July. He says, "Why is life so cheap in this country? Unless we demand justice for the kids who were killed, there is nothing we are doing as senators. We are just going to the same usual thing of lulling the country to sleep." President Ruto told us that criminals were on the streets. He has not produced a single criminal. We cannot be told lies every day. If we have to do anything, we have to demand accountability for that blood. We must demand that President Ruto produces the criminals he claimed invaded parliament if they were not citizens. President Ruto claimed on national TV that there were criminals. Can he produce a single criminal who was involved in this business? He has better intelligence than we do. The time when people said words and got away with it are behind us. Can he point out among those dead bodies or dead people? Can he isolate one person who was a criminal that his security officer, the security forces were? This is not how to run a country. You can't brand citizens criminals and kill them and say we are going to do it at all costs. Now, Okiya Mtata wants the system to be responsible for the actions that they took. For instance, you cannot swallow back your words. Once you speak, you've spoken. So the president clearly said that those were criminals. So he has better intelligence, as Okiya Mtata puts it. So in this case, it was just better to actually produce those criminals that the president says, invaded parliament and they met the wrath of the forces. All we know, these are very peaceful protesters, and actually, it turned out into a riot. Immediately, the police started using live bullets, throwing tear gas canisters to the peaceful protesters. So it is actually the police who provoke these kind of actions, and in the midst, planted goons conduct certain activities. Then you come with the full force of the police and kill protesters. Then you call them criminals. It is very insensitive. And remember, when the president came out clearly saying that he gave a very, very low number of people who were killed, and he was confident in it, and he was actually defended by some international media. But now, look at the case that is now happening at Mukuru Kwajenga at Quarry, painting a totally different picture. Now, let us go to the tweet that was done by Mutahingonyi. This is a person who has been so pro-government. He said, "Dear Ruto, you have given enough. The more you give, the more they demand. Enough is enough. Now protect country against this leaderless movement and its owners. Otherwise, we will have no country. These Gunzi have never tasted war, and they want it badly. We need our guidance." So, according to Ngonyi, the liberators, the revolutionists, the people who are championing for revolution, the protesters, very peaceful. According to Mutai Ngugi, these are criminals, and the demands that we are making don't make sense according to him. So you can see how we have people who are so blinded they cannot open their third eye to see that the country was being driven towards a very dangerous route, and our voices are the only thing that can liberate the nation. So we leave for you as the people who are viewing, as the citizen of the nationals, to judge him. Now I want to go to tweets by the general. The general, in one of his tweets, says, "Revolutionary patriots, Gen Zs and millennials should storm and inspect the inland container depot police station in Embakasi along Mombasa Road for abducted, tortured, or hidden bodies. That's one of the places where I and other Kenyans were tortured in 2018. It's still being used for the same nefarious purpose. Hashtag Ruto must go." So, Miguna has made some serious allegations here. He said that the people who are being tortured, the bodies that have been abducted by the security forces, are being stored in the inland container depot police station in Embakasi. So these are serious allegations, and how I wish the government will just do some speedily, investigation, and make sure we get to know what is in those containers. And remember, the government, as they were joining power, they said there will never be more state-sponsored killings. There are going to be no extrajudicial killings. But we are seeing a totally different regime here. So whenever there is smoke, there is fire. So how I wish people could move with speed and get to know the reality of the matter. And Miguna is one person whose 99% of the information he gives are always factual. If you know, you know. Those arguing about the Githurai massacre should interrogate their conscience and ponder how many bodies have been retrieved from Shakahola. Do you remember the Shakahola massacre? Where bodies were found buried in a church compound. Hundreds of bodies. Who murdered them? When were they murdered? How could thousands of people be murdered and buried for months without the NIS knowing? That is the National Intelligence Service. Let's not be stupid. The Shakahola bodies were dumped by state killers during the 2018-2023 period. Don't be fooled. Zakayo at William Ruto must either resign or be forced out. Let's march fearlessly on July 16th. Ruto must go. Hashtag. You remember the Shakahola massacre? Up to date, do we have culprits? Do we have people who are behind bars with connection to that? Because it can't be one person who killed all those people. So, what is the National Intelligence Service doing? We need culprits captured and brought to book, and justice not just be done, but seen to have been done. Another dossier from Dr. Miguna. I have received credible reports that William Ruto murdered about 400 people in Githurai, and then they were cremated inside Kahawa barracks. Now, these are very serious allegations. That was on June 25th, night after Ruto shut down the internet. That's why the butcher of Sugoi hashtag was arrogantly challenging people to show him the bodies. He knew that he had cremated them. I challenged the DCI Kenya, NPSC Kenya, at Hakik KNCHR and Law Society Kenya to check the OB numbers of all the missing persons, establish and publish the whereabouts of all the missing persons. No retreat, no surrender. Let's finish the job on July 16th. Ruto must go. So these are very serious allegations from Dr. Miguna. And these are informations that should not be taken lightly. Somebody is taking us for right. We need answers. We can't just be in a country whereby bodies are being retrieved from a dump site, not one, not two, but in good numbers. You know, if I don't speak, if you don't speak, it might be you tomorrow. So we have this social responsibility to make sure that we speak, we educate each other, and we keep each other safe. You know, it is not just mere sayings. Understand? So it is our responsibility to defend ourselves, to defend the nation, to defend our lives. Where did the respect for human dignity go to? Where did the respect for human life go to? Where is humanity? Those are the questions that we should be asking ourselves. Now, the information is out there. We just hope that the knees is not in bed with the oppressors of the people, because at the end of the day, the sovereign power resides with the people. It's just a matter of time that it will be out of hand, and not even the security forces will be able to control. So the sooner we get answers to these questions, which are irritating Kenyans each and every time they go to the online media, they get something that you can't even afford to be happy right now, because it's information that is so disturbing, that is so much on social media. And remember, they are not rumors. Most of it is factual. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in DURB Radio. So if you like content of this nature, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you press the notification button so anytime that we are live or we upload any content, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Kindly comment, give us what's your idea, what do you think about it. On Facebook, kindly follow us on DURB Radio, DURB Radio. So, like, view, share, comment. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, DURB Radio ndio mpango mzima.